What's going on YouTube? QKG here, and welcome to my sixth Dirty Bomb Mercenary Spotlight. And today we got a Bushwacker that we're going to be reviewing today because this was also one of the comments that people suggested. Hey, go ahead, review Bushwacker. But of course, I didn't have him back then, but you know, I had him for a while. So I got as much practice as I could with this man. And this is also one of those mercs that is well loved by the community, but also is well hated by the community. Not because he's just overpowered. He has one thing that's overpowered. There's some things about him some people don't like. Well, just one. But anyway, before we go ahead and get started, always make sure you leave a comment down below on a merc that you want me to review next. And also, one that was getting a lot of votes was Fragger, so he might end up coming up soon unless there's a bunch of more people who want to see, like, you know, one on Sparks. I know somebody called her Nurse Joy and stuff like that. But just go ahead and leave me feedback down below. Whatever mercs gets the most votes, I will go ahead and review. So this is so it's not just first come first serve, just so you know everybody can have some input. So just see the majority. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So Bushwacker, you can be able to purchase this mercs for $9.99, just like WWE Network, and also 50,000 in-game credits, just in case, you know, if you got some stacks built up. And this merc has 110 health and 410 sprint. So pretty much, he has a little bit more life sustainability than most mercs. He's kind of basic when it comes to stuff like that, because, you know, the Sky Hammers and Arties have 120, so he's just a tad bit weaker, but he's a tad bit faster. So it's like a win-win situation. So pretty much his playstyle is an objective specialist equipped with 3 different SMGs. And of course, the one thing people hate, them damn turrets.
Oh, I feel it. I feel the adrenaline.
Them damn turrets be literally wrecking house, but there's one thing that I have noticed about him that people hate. And it's not just the fact about his turrets. The fact is, they don't like the fact that when you throw the turret down, it takes a little second to get started and then it starts shooting. No, if you have good turret placement, you will be good. If you literally are in the middle of a gunfight and there's 5 people in front of you, you throw a turret down, they're gonna fuck the turret up, no problem. So the reason why they're like, how come my turret can't stay alive until it shoots? Like, that's the way how they balanced him. And also, don't be an idiot and just throw the turret like right in front of him. That's just like, come on now. Like, anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So of course, like I said, I've already went over most of the SMGs in the game. There's only one SMG, a unique weapon, which is the Keck 10 that I have not covered yet. So we're going to go ahead and go over the Keck 10 stacks, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you my impression on the Bushlock and SMG 9. So he's equipped with the Keck 10, Bushlock, SMG 9. It's like the MP5's the Hodgford's little brother. The best gun in the game, which everybody loves to say, the best SMG. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at these stats. So we got 45 rounds in the mag, which is pretty good. That's enough to go ahead and just mow an entire, well, not an entire team down, but it's more to get the job done. Then we got 11 out of the damage, which is kind of on the weak side, but when you see the fire rate, you'll notice why it's 11. And the fire rate, the RPM is 700, which is pretty sick to me, and I'm digging that for a minute, because once the other SMGs, usually they're in like the 600s and even the Bushlock where it has like 415, but that RPM is pretty freaking sick. And then the damage per second time is 128, so that's literally up there with the Bushlock, because I don't care what nobody says, the Bushlock is like the most deadly weapon when it comes to SMGs in the game, but its downside is its fire rate. So just imagine the Bushlock's 18 damage on 700 RPM. The game, it would have been game breaking, way more than Phantom was when he first came out. So pretty much, guys, what I got out of this weapon was, it felt good. It was a really good feeling weapon. It's just like, it literally feels like, it doesn't feel like an MP5 just because how the mag looks, but when you get to shooting it kind of, it's like a hybrid between the like an AR and an SMG, just because of how it feels to me. But of course, where it comes down to the damage and the fire rate, that's where you notice the SMG style to it. So I wish some of these guns had like damage drops offs and stuff like that, because we haven't got no news about that yet. But hopefully if we do, of course I will end up covering that. But pretty much the Keck 10, do I think it's the best SMG in the game? I definitely think it's up there with the top tier Bushlock Keck 10. And pretty much that's it. Most of the other ones are kind of like kind of basic, but I'm not really gonna say that. Oh, and Lacroix Zenny, that's also one of my favorites too. That's also one that's up there. Those are my top 3. So let's go ahead and move on. Next up we have is the Bushlock. What did I get out of this weapon? Because it is a high power SMG, which is pretty much my favorite design, which is a vector. But this weapon was a very, very nice touch on him. I enjoyed every second of it. I actually did better with this gun than I did with the Keck 10. The Keck 10, I was good. I was fine. But the Bushwacker just does it for me. The Bushwacker was just, it was just a sexy feel for me, especially because if you're dead on accurate, because that reticle is just going to keep dropping and keep hitting them. And it was just a complete wrap for them. So it was literally a better feel for me personally. But also, it's up for you guys to decide on which gun you would like to lose. I personally love the Bushwacker, and the Bushwacker on him also with the turret combo was pretty nice. It was like a lot of, it was just heavy firepower everywhere. So it was just a nice touch on him. I'm glad they put that SMG on him because I really couldn't see another one being on him. So the next SMG we got is the SMG9. This one, like I said, it's the weaker SMGs, but it also is stronger than the Keck 10, but it shoots just slower than the Keck 10, and its damage per second time is actually higher than the Keck 10. This is like a speed weapon for me. I had a lot of fun just rushing the enemy team and stuff like that, and just getting those really fast kills. So this was like a very good rush weapon, and it had a nice reload time too. It was pretty quick. So pretty much the SMG9 is also one of my favorites too. They kind of sleep on it, just because it's like a little, just because it's like a weaker SMG, but at the same time, the gun can get the job done when it comes to just spraying so much ammo. It literally gets the job done when it comes to that. So pretty much, guys, the SMG9, pass or fail on this Merc, or does this Merc need another weapon? Honestly, I think the Merc, when it comes to these weapons, he's actually pretty much like, doesn't have a weapon that completely sucks on him. Like, there's no weapon, like, when you think of, Fletcher, like, I don't know what I can't hear what nobody says. I hate the lever action shotgun. It just does not work for me. But the Hollands will definitely get the job done. And the Bushwacker kind of feels a little weird on him. But at the same time, when it comes to weapons, when it comes to this Merc, it's nicely balanced. There's no weapon here that completely sucks and that completely just like, I can't even use this card. So I like the weapon placement that they had with Bushwacker. So it was pretty good. So with all the guns and stuff wrapped up, pretty much my experience with this Merc, and pretty much the downsides to this Merc, or some of the ways to counter them, because of course I gotta implement these in some most of my episodes now, or maybe all my episodes now, because some people can have problems with these Mercs if they're not too, like, if their weakness is not like clearly visible or whatever. So let's just go ahead and get started. So pretty much the way you can easily counter him, because Bushwacker literally has one thing, one ability, which is definitely go ahead and throw those turrets down. If he throws a turret down in front of you, he can't shoot at you. So if you shoot the turret before it gets a chance to lock on you, you can definitely go ahead and even the playing field out with him. But hopefully he doesn't have like got a head start on shooting your ass, because if he does that, that's just pretty much like a diversion that they can use for you and then keep killing your ass. So, and also, he is an objective specialist, so especially when it comes down to repairing and stopping them from repairing the EV, you have to be on the lookout, especially if there is a Bushwacker in the game, because he might be trying to repair the EV, but there might be a turret placed somewhere in a nice little sneaky spot that as soon as you run up on him, that is your ass. So turret placement, you have to be on the lookout for turrets. You have to watch corners, because as soon as you go into a room, there could be a turret sitting right there. And I know that's the most annoying thing for people, but ways to go ahead and clear that out. Actually, red eye is actually a good counter for that, because if you throw a smoke grenade, that thing can't target anything unless you are literally right in front of it. And also, of course, you know, like frags, fragger can be used to just throw a frag in there, boom, kill it. Proxy, of course, our proximity mines won't detonate it, but you know, Skyhammer can throw his shit in there. But pretty much either that or just shoot it from long range, because that turret it can get some range on you sometimes, but definitely not all the time. So pretty much just watch corners, watch rooms, and also just most importantly, when it comes to the turret and where it is, always make sure when there's a Bushwacker in the game, there's a damn turret. So pretty much, guys, what I got out of this Merc, after all that being said, this is pretty much one of my favorite Mercs when it comes to objective specialists, and he's up there next to Fletcher for me. So he's pretty nice. I would definitely go ahead and give him a go, especially because I know he's been in free rotation. So go ahead and give him a try, man. He's pretty sick. So thank you guys for tuning in. This was my 6th Dirty Bomb Mercenary Spotlight. I'm sorry about the wait, but your boy had Naruto, freaking Revolution, and then I got Black Ops 2, and I was just, man, I just been gaming so hard, man. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Quentin with Quentin Knows Games, and peace out.